The following opinions are solely those of BoatTEST.com and its test captain.
Hi, Captain Steve for BoatTEST.com, and long experience has shown that many people buy boats just because of how they look, but that shortchanges the captains who are going to be operating the boat. We pulled captains up and down the East Coast and got a list of 15 items that they would like to see ensured be on the boat that they're operating. And now we're going to take a look at those items and see how well they're represented on the Ocean Alexander 100. First on our list, side decks to both sides. We've seen many occasions where manufacturers will short the side decks so that they can add more room to the interior space. Here on the Ocean Alexander 100, there are side decks on both sides and they're 2 feet wide. This is an important consideration to allow an easy transition both fore and aft for guests and crew. As we get to the working end of the bow, the rail height comes up 42 inches. Not only is this important for the crew, but ever since Titanic came out, people always want to hang out at the bow while it's underway. You have to consider that the boat will be moving all the time, and that means people will always need something to hang on to. Notice rails going all around the seating. Stairs, they need to feel like stairs, not like you're climbing a ladder. They also need to have banisters. Grab handles would be nice throughout the salon. All doors and drawers need to have latches on them that need to be turned or pulled to open properly. Once a door is open, it can't swing closed and catch little fingers in it. There needs to be a positive method of holding the door open. Life jackets should be readily accessible in every stateroom, and there should be a scattering of fire extinguishers located throughout the boat. Automatic doors, great feature, and you see it more and more on yachts. This one, once it's opened, it will close after 5 seconds, but what if little hands or fingers get in there? There are sensors to override and open it back up again. This is an ocean-going boat, and that means it's going to have watertight doors leading out to the exterior. They're big, they're bulky, they're solid, sometimes nearly impossible to open. On the Ocean Alexander 100, a simple turn of the handle and a push of the door gives you access. This means that anybody can open it and you don't have to educate your passengers on just how to open a door. Next is passenger comfort. Yes, you've got a beautiful yacht, but if you can't touch it and people can't enjoy it, what good is it? As I look around, I see a salon with furniture made out of upholstery that's got stain resistance to it. Same goes with the carpet, so yeah, I could take my shoes off, but you know what? I don't have to. Look at this table, solid teak with a resilient finish, not leather that you can't put anything on. And look at this floor as we transition forward. Solid wood, not laminate. This boat is made to stand the test of time. Toys, toys, toys. Everybody loves their toys on the boat, and they range from adults to kids, jacuzzis to tenders. Here, we've got plenty of open space on the deck. For up to a 17-foot tender, a crane can launch it. We can easily put 2 PWCs here as well. Next on our list, visibility. High consoles, low raked windshields, they may make the boat look good from the outside, but from an operator's standpoint, it's pure hell. Here, we have high consoles. However, there's still an awful lot of glass, and I'm sitting high in the saddle, so I've got great visibility. Same with the flying bridge. This high console does nothing to impede my forward visibility. With digital controls, it's easy to add stations to the side of the boat or perhaps the cockpit, giving you even more visibility when you're coming into the dock. Passenger visibility is also critical. You're on a boat, it rocks, it rolls. Having clear sight lines to the horizon is a great way of reducing mal de mer for your more land-based guests. Next on our list is storage. This boat is made to be away from the dock for long periods of time. Cabinet space everywhere. In addition to a refrigerator freezer, we have 2 freezer drawers, and take a look at this. Another deep freezer forward. In the crew quarters, additional dry goods storage right underneath the stairs. Next on our list, freshwater access throughout the boat. It's easy to do at the stern where we've got a hose and a freshwater shower, but at the bow, we need to hose down the windshield, the foredeck, and get a freshwater wash for the anchor rod as it's coming aboard. Here, we've got a freshwater spigot right in the chain locker. Owner privacy is another big feature. The couple that owns the boat needs to be able to talk amongst themselves, even have a cup of coffee without getting into bed. Here we've got a vanity over to one side. Several boats that we've seen have a sitting area over to the starboard side. Here we've got a chest of drawers instead.
This well laid out engine room's features start with 6-foot high ceilings and sea rails 16 inches apart. Our test boat is powered by a pair of CAT C32 Acerts, putting out 1925 horsepower each. At the forward bulkhead are the fuel filters and manifolds. Visual checks of the fuel levels are easy thanks to sight gauges. A schematic allows for quick viewing of the manifold system, fuel system, and the fuel polishing system, which is connected to its own timer. All other components are easily accessible. Here we can get to all sides of the engine, right alongside of the huge 53 kW generators. Below, see strainers with easy-to-reach shutoffs and generator fuel filters. Take a look at this, shock-absorbing suspension mounts for the exhaust risers. We also appreciate that this engine room is well ventilated, keeping all the equipment running cool. Having redundant systems is critical for an ocean-going yacht. A simple breakdown of a minor component cannot shut the boat down in the middle of a trip. This yacht has dual generators, fuel filters, and even dual power takeoffs powering the hydraulics. Stabilizers are nice, but the boat needs to be able to handle sea conditions when the fins fail. Stabilizers should be for added comfort, not the primary source of safety. This is more of an issue with displacement hulls, not so much for semi-displacement or planing. Adding to her handling qualities were her rudders at 9 square feet each that made the 100 among the most nimble of boats I've driven in class. These rudders also allowed the OA 100 to be controlled with only a minimum of headway and thus well enhancing the performance, particularly around the dock.
There's a need to be able to maintain the boat while it's away from the dock. Here, we've got plenty of room for spares, in addition to having an excellent workroom. Work table, toolboxes, all that's missing is a vise, and that's easily added.
The crew in a yacht like this is on call 24/7, so it's important for them to have comfortable private quarters in which to rest and recharge. As you can see here, there are 3 cabins and 2 heads, and easy access to the stern platform for a breath of fresh air at night.
The OA 100 will accommodate a crew of 5 in 3 separate staterooms. There's a single just to the port hand side, a double with over-under berths, and the top one is a fold-away Pullman berth, and then just forward to the starboard side, we have a double berth. The rest of the crew features the separate head, the common dining area, the galley, and of course we've got the access to the side decks that we already mentioned going right up through here. The crew will be limiting their cooking to the microwave, and of course they also have access to the stacked washer and dryer.
And all of the ship's systems are controlled through an Octoplex touchscreen system.
As you can see, with few exceptions, the Ocean Alexander 100 is a nice representative example of what captains are looking for in an owner-operated boat. For BoatTEST.com, I'm Captain Steve. We'll see you on the water.